Good morning, students. I, Dr. NIVA BARA, Head Department of Agriculture Extension BAU and course instructor of second semester course of BSc AG, welcome you all in this virtual class. Today we'll talk about Krishi Vigyan Kendra. So Krishi Vigyan Kendra is a district level farm science center which can help in speedy transfer of technology in farmers field by bridging the gap between State Agricultural University and the Research Institute and the farmers. And the first KVK was established in 1974 in Pondicherry. The initial idea behind the establishment of KVK was to provide vocational education in agriculture and in allied sector for the pre and the post matriculate levels of rural youth. Subsequently, objectives and mandate has been changed according to the need of the agriculture. So during each plan period, performance of KVKs was reviewed and more KVK were established in course of time. On 15th August 2005, our Honorable Prime Minister of India announced that by the end of 2007, there should be one KVK in each district of our country. So nowadays there are KVKs in each district. So now coming to the mandate of KVK, what is mandate of KVK? The mandate of KVK is technology assessment and demonstration for its application and capacity building. Then what is the concept of and objective of KVK? The Krishi Vigyan Kendra is a grassroots level organization designed and developed for imparting need-based and skill-oriented short and long-term vocational training courses to the agriculture clients. So now coming to the concept of Krishi Vigyan Kendra. So Dr. Mohan Sinha Mehta committee laid down the concept of KVK. So what are those? According to the recommendation of Mehta committee, the KVKs are supposed to impart learning through work experience. What do you mean by this? This is nothing but learning by doing. So KVK adopt the principle of learning by doing. Then KVK will impart training to those extension worker and practicing farmer. Then there should be no uniform syllabus for a KVK. As you know that the KVK is a district level organization and each and every district is distinct. They are different. From each other in terms of socio-economic condition and biophysical condition. So their syllabus should be based according to the need of the farmer. So location specific training and the demonstration is carried by the KVKs. Then KVK is based on the three fundamental principles. What are those? First one is the agriculture production is the prime goal. As you know that during the time of independence and after independence, there was a great challenge before our administrators, planners and scientists for the food security. There was food crisis, and after that, for the increasing the food production, various programs such as IADP, IAAP, HYBP and other more programs were conducted just to increase the production. So the first fundamental principle was also based on that, that is agriculture production is the prime goal. Then learning by doing is the prime method of imparting training. You know about the learning by doing. Here as a KVK scientist or KVK worker, you need to facilitate the farmer to get knowledge or skill by practicing. So learning by doing is the prime method of imparting training. Then emphasis on the weaker section of the society. So now let us know something more about about the KVK. So coming to the specific objectives of KVK. So first objective is to organize skill and production oriented short and the long term training to the farmers. Then organize training to the young farmers, especially the school dropouts. You see in the villages there are many dropouts, and after dropping the school, leaving their school, the young farmers or young youth, they don't have any idea what to do for their livelihood. So this is the best opportunity for the KVKs to tap the opportunity and train in these school dropouts. Then to organize formal educational program in terms of field days, farm visit, then farmers fair, radio talk, chacha mandal, etc. Then to organize functional literacy program in collaboration with the local agency. The other objective is organizing farm science club for inducing interest and in agriculture and allied science and the scientific farming. As you observe in the villages, there are many youth and farmers also. They are detaching themselves from the farming. They are leaving the farm occupation. So the farm science club is made in KVK for inducing interest in agriculture and allied science and the scientific farming. Then next objective is to undertake necessary follow-up measures continuously in terms of training and information support to farmers and the extension workers. The next objective is to provide vocational training through practical. Then another objective is to develop gradually practical training facility in all the fields including crafts and cottage industries to meet the requirement of the integrated rural development. Then now let us see what is the strategy of working in KVKs. So by taking into account productivity, production and income of the farmers in totality for development of sustainable agriculture, the following strategies are made and adopted. So first one is remunerative agriculture. Just now I have discussed that there are many farmers and the young youth especially, they are leaving the farming occupation and detaching themselves from the agriculture, which is the main occupation of the farmer. So for increasing production and to minimize the post-harvest activities and the value addition, these are the main strategy to motivate the farmer to remain in their occupation. So increasing production with the various improved technology, then minimizing the post-harvest loss is also very important, and minimizing the cost of production also, because our farmers are resource poor, they don't have money, so the production cost should be minimal. So what we have to do as an extension scientist or a KVK scientist to motivate farmer to and take those technologies which are very cost effective, no cost and low cost technology, I would say that it is very appropriate for the farmers. Then value addition, there are so many vegetable and fruits and cereals also, so which requires secondary value addition. Then value addition will provide money to the farmers. Then second one is that climate smart agriculture. Nowadays you see the effect of climate change, and to cope up with the climate change, it is necessary to train the farmers to adopt the climate resilient agriculture. As an extension scientist, as a scientist of KVK, we need to promote those technology which are climate resilient, so soil and water conservation, protected cultivation, etc. Then third strategy is to food and dietary diversification of agriculture. So as you know, our population is increasing day by day, and meeting the requirement of domestic demand is a very challenging task of our government and scientists. At the same time, removing feeding population and removing the malnutrition is also the main task of our scientists and government, so that those efforts should be made to give the food security and nutritional security around the year, and for that food and the dietary diversification of agriculture is necessary. Now let us see the organizational and administrative structure of KVK. As KVK, you know that the KVK is sponsored by ICR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. So authority of KVK is vested in Indian Council of Agriculture Research, having its headquarters in Krishi Bhavan, New Delhi 1. And if you see the organizational structure of KVK, you will find that in the center level, Director General and Secretary there, DG is there, who is the head of these KVKs, and after that the DDG extension and ADG extension, they are looking after the work of the KVK, and overall direction guidance is given by Director General, and the actual functioning and coordination work is done by the DDG extension, ADG extension. Then now coming to the regional level, the KVKs are working in the regional levels, and those zonal coordination units are there in each state, each region, and in the regional level, Director Atari, that is there, who look after the work of KVKs in his region. So Atari means Agriculture Technology Application Research Institute, and in each Atari, in each region, there is the zonal coordination unit is there. Previously it was called zonal coordination unit, and the head was used to call zonal coordinator, but now Director Atari, and there are others scientists and supporting staff are there who help Director Atari to conduct work of KVKs in the region. Now coming to the district level, here in the district level, the KVKs are there, and each KVK is supposed to attach with one university or research institute or voluntary agency. So in each KVK, the head is headed by the senior scientist and head. Before the chief of the KVK used to call program coordinator, and before that chief training organizer, but now the designation has been changed. Now he is a senior scientist and head, and there are many scientists who are appointed from the core discipline like agronomy, soil science, extension, home science, and other discipline as per the requirement of the area, and then they are called scientists. and there are technical assistant and farm manager and other supporting staff. So this is all about the organizational and administrative structure of KVK. Now let us see some more about KVK through the special features of KVK. So what are those? As you know that the KVK is a educational innovation, and some of the important salient features are as follows. First one is a strong technical support. So what is those? As you know that the KVK is known as the knowledge center or the resource center. So the KVK must have continuous flow of new technology from the agriculture research institutes, and therefore it is necessary for KVK to ensure formal linkage with one of the nearby agriculture university or central institute for the technical support, because the research institute, they evolve technologies, and every day you see the new technologies have been evolved. It is a continuous process. That's why the KVK scientists should update themselves, because they have to work as a developmental worker in the resource center or the knowledge center. Then next feature is work experience as a training device. So as you know that the principle of learning and doing, that is the emphasis of KVK is on that. So the prime method of training in the KVK is the work experience, that is learning by doing, and the trainee practices, the trainees practice skill by doing what they are expected to do on their own farm. So conduct of training should start from the field, from the farm, from the workshop, not from the lecture hall, and that should be practical oriented. Then another special feature is need-based services. So needs of the farmers has to be identified in terms of understanding the gap and the skill required by the various method. And as you know that the program of rural development or any program or the program of KVK should be based on the need of the farmers, and for that there are various methods. Through that you can identify the knowledge gap or the technical gap of the farmers, and those various methods are conducting survey, personal day-to-day observation by the staff, and group interaction and interview, use of secondary data, RRA, PRA. So these are the methods. Through this method you can identify the need of the farmers, and the program should be based on these identified needs. Then another special feature of KVK is feasibility with firmness. What do you mean by this? The feasibility concept provides leverage to change or modify the design or the program suit to the local condition based on the needs and the resources. But once such design is set, its implementation must move with firmness in order to harness the expected result. That's why flexibility is there, but once it is decided, you have to implement it accordingly. Then another special feature is training without certificate and diploma. So as you know that the clients of Krishi, Vigyan, Kendra is practicing farmers, farm women, then young farmers, especially the school dropouts, agricultural laborers, field level in-service development workers. So in order to give them training, there are many programs are available, but in no case, in no circumstances, any certificate and diploma is provided to these trainees. Though another special feature is concept of composite training. The problems of farmers are so complex, interwoven and interrelated. Therefore, the specialized approach may not be suited. The next special feature is field-oriented core staff. As I have already stated that about the manpower in the KVK, the scientists from all the broad discipline are appointed, and KVK is headed by a head and the senior scientists supported by the other scientists, then training assistant and farm manager and other supporting staff. They work in the KVK, and for the smooth conduct of the KVK, all the people from the various disciplines would be there. Then another feature is limited area and jurisdiction. The KVK is the district level agency, so to ensure close and continuing contact with the trainees, the templating of wider coverage both in space and number has to be avoided. Then another feature is practical facilities for training. So to ensure the high quality training, each KVK will have a scientifically developed farm for horticulture gardens, crop cafeteria, then animal sheds, poultry, goatry, piggery units, and the fodder cultivation, etc. And in addition, adequate farmland has to be allotted to each trainees for crop planning and cultivation, especially in the long-term training. In long-term training, these facilities would be given to the trainees so that they can practice and acquire the skill for the scientific cultivation. Then next special feature is strong institutional linkage. It is necessary to tap the available training resources with other related institutions, sister agencies in the districts, and at the same time the facilities available with the farmers also, that has to be developed and maintained for taking the advantage of each other's resources and materials and non-materials. So that will be helpful for conducting of the training and the other activities of the KVK. Then one of the important feature is continued follow-up measures. Follow-up action are very, very imperative. The first one, you can say the maintaining close contact with the farmers. We have to make close contact with the trainees, because sometimes the trainees take training and they go back to their respective places. After that, there is no contact. But as a KVK scientist, you have to keep contact with the farmers, because every day the new technologies are coming. For the technical backstopping is required time to time. Then assessing the benefit of the training programs. There are so many programs, but we don't know about the benefits of the farmers, whether farmers are satisfied or not, whether our technologies are compatible to the existing farming situation of those farmers. So we should assess the benefits of the training. Then monitoring the training courses for further and the sequential training, because this is a continuous process. That's why the monitoring, then feedback, etc. is important. Then giving constant information support, because as I have stated just now, that every day new innovations are coming, many technologies coming from the various institutions, various organizations, and our farmers don't know about that. There is a knowledge gap. So for fulfilling the knowledge gap time to time, the constant information should be given, and KVK is known for knowledge center or the resource center. That's why constant information is required. Then assisting in producing the requisite input as also agriculture services. So not only the sometimes it's very difficult for the farmers for procuring the requisite inputs. That time also we should follow. We should do hand holding. Hand holding is also very important. After training, the farmers are unable to get the necessary inputs or the improved varieties of seeds. At that time, they should be given assistance. Another important feature is frequent interaction and reporting system. This is very important for the smooth conduct of the program, and the both inter and the intra-institutional interaction on the KVK program and the progress need to be ensured for the mutual benefit, and the frequent exchange of relevant materials, literatures among the KVKs would be encouraged. And about the reporting system, we have already discussed about the organizational infrastructure of the KVK. So in the apex body at center, the ICR is there, and with the help of ADG and DDG, the Director General conducts this program. After that, the Journal Coordination Unit, the Atari, at Atari, the Atari directors and the other in KVK, the heads are there. So the reporting system is there, and always there is the meeting, conferences, and annual review meetings are there inbuilt provision in the KVK, and the KVK scientists report according to this. Nowadays the ICT is used in the reporting system. Then now coming to activities or KVKs, by now you know the objective, strategies, the concept of KVK. So based upon that, the mandate of KVKs, the activities are made for each KVK. So what are those? The first one is to on-farm testing to assess the location specificity of the agriculture technologies under the various farming system. Because our situation is complex, diverse, and risk-prone, there are many, climate is diverse, our situation is diverse. That's why the on-farm testing to assess the location-specific technologies are important. So the next activity is frontline demonstration to establish production potential of the technology on the farmer's field. Sometimes our technologies are very, very good in the situation of the research institute. But when this technologies goes in the farmer's field, the situation is different. So that technology should be location specific, and it is very important work of KVK. They are doing under this frontline demonstration to establish the production potential of the technologies in the farmer's field. Then next activity is capacity building of farmers to extension personnel to update their knowledge and skill on the modern technologies. As you know that there are many technologies every day. There is the technologies are evolving according, and our situation is also changing due to the climate change. There is a change in the environment. That's why the many technologies are coming up. So this is the responsibility of the KVK head and the other personnel to update their scientists about the new skill knowledge about on the modern technologies. The next activity is to work as the knowledge and the resource center of the agricultural technologies, because at the district level this is the resource center or the knowledge center. That's why the work of the KVK is very important to help the farmers in this district level. Then another activity is supporting activities of public, private and voluntary sectors in improving agriculture economy of the district. You will find and that in rural areas many agencies are working, voluntary agencies, private and public sectors are working. So it is the responsibility of the KBK to support them in their activities related to agriculture under the mandate of the KVK. Then providing farm advisories using ICT and their media means on the various subject of interest to the farmers. Because farm advisories are very important using information communication tools, and nowadays there are many tools through which we can help the farmers, and our scientists are using these technologies, many apps on weather and their weather information. Our farmers are also getting information on market and on the various aspect of improved technology. So it is very important task of KVK is to give advisory services through ICT to the interested farmers. And then in addition to that, KVK would produce quality technological products like planting materials, then bioagents, livestock, etc., and make it available to the farmers and organize frontline extension activities, identify and document the selected farm innovations and convergence with ongoing scheme program within the mandate of the KVK. Sometimes we see as extension worker that we want to help the farmers, but we are lacking some resources and we have some limitations. So that time we see around us there are many government programs which can help the farmers. So it is the task or the responsibility, noble responsibility of the KVK scientist or the extension worker to converge with the ongoing scheme of the government programs and help the farmers. And it is also very important to document the ITKs and the farmers innovation. So all this farmers innovation and then ITKs, they may help the research system to evolve the new technologies. Now coming to conclusion. So by now you know what is KVK, what are the mandates of KVK, objective of KVK, then you know different function, strategies of the KVK. So in conclusion we can say the mandate of KVK is technology assessment and demonstration for its application and capacity development. So main activities of KVK is on farm testing to assess the location specificity of the agriculture technologies under various farming system and imparting training to school dropouts, farmers, farm women and in-service extension workers. So thank you very much. We'll meet in another class. Thank you.